Hey everyone, welcome to Blossoming Souls. Thank you so much for being here with me on this sacred Sunday. The messages that I give every Sunday, I call them Sacred Sunday messages. So, welcome. It is my honor, my joy, always my pleasure to be with you on this special day to deliver messages from Spirit, to share energy, and to be one with all of you. It is a special time for all of us. It is special because we are all one energy, one in spirit, I should say. We are all energy, and therefore we have the ability to connect with one another. And today is one of those days where we just come together and receive and share energy. And so today, it is my honor to deliver some messages from the book of Rumi. I don't know if you are familiar with it. Rumi was a poet and an artist who shared his spiritual messages through art and through poetry. But there are more cards that I will refer to. However, when I do my readings, if you know me and these messages, you know that I deliver messages directly from Spirit. Cards, anything you use in your spiritual path is a tool. And so these are tools to confirm messages that I have received to give to you. And so let's begin with a little bit of meditation before we start the actual message. Find a comfortable place where you can relax, breathing in and out, in through your nose and out through your mouth, knowing that you are safe in this space, in this time. It is your time, your space. So either lie down or sit up. Place your hands wherever they feel comfortable. And continuing to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, feel the presence of your divine creator. Feel their hand caressing your head, your cheeks, as if a loving parent would do to their child. For no other reason but to say, I love you, my child. You are special. You are precious. You were created in divine energy of love and light. You are meant to be something very special and to have a very special place in this world and lifetimes to come. I am here with you always, and you are safe. And so it is. Wow, I really felt the presence of that spiritual divine energy, that camaraderie or parental unconditional love. It's in my throat, it's welling up. It is a special time of connectivity between your divine creator and you. It is a special time to feel into that connection that you have with your divine creator. Very special, very precious. As I was meditating on today's message, my heart is full, feeling into that love, that divine unity, erasing any lines of separation between you and your divine creator, between you and your soul. It is time to align, your time to align with God, your divine creator, whoever you call your divine creator. It is time. I feel that energy very strong right now in the presence of all of us. I want to read a short poem and then we can go into some messages. If you don't like poetry, you can move forward. I'll try to remember to put a timestamp in the description so you can either go right to the poem or go right to the messages. What I was drawn to was the number 41, and 41, 4 plus 1 is 5. And what I'm getting from this is 5 equals victory. Okay? Change is victory. What I want to read to you from this book is called The Victory. The Victory of Miriam. If you are longing to caress the moon, don't turn away from it. If you are not ill, why do you crawl under a blanket to hide? You are in a quarry of sweets. Why do you look so sour? You live in the spring of life. Why are you withered inside? Don't fight against yourself. Don't flee from what could be your glory. Like a fearless moth, dive into the flame. Why be linked to your obsessions? Burn out in the flames until your heart and soul are enlightened. Get out of the old carcass and form yourself a new body. Why are you afraid of a fox when you descend from lions? Why be a lame ass when you have the strength of stallions? The beloved you seek will arrive to open the door to your fortune, for love is the key that opens all of your locks. Wasn't that beautiful? This poem, this message, brings to all of us a message of affirmation and success. Your victory is already here. You're being led into it now. It doesn't matter if you believe it is not possible. If you are placing more faith in this victory, it will be here for you. Even if you believe it is not possible and you are placing more faith in the appearance of distraction or obstacles that hinder your success, your divine is saying to you, it's time. Let's lead you into a more victorious energy. Your victory is inevitable. You're being given this reminder from Mother Mary. Her energy is here with you. Mother Mary is here to say, even if you believe in the smallest amount, having the faith of a mustard seed, you will succeed. You will be victorious. Your divine creator is here for you, directly with you today. Every challenge and adventure is an opportunity to test your strength, to test who you are. It is you that is present here today to be in that energy of forward movement, of success, of happiness, of joy, of stability, of strength, to improve upon your life, to live your best life in every way. It is a reminder to you that the divine is here, holding your hand to help you through this manifestation process, to guide you, to walk with you, to receive your desires, your manifestations, to walk you into this beautiful golden opportunity of newness, whatever this is for you. This new opportunity that is blessed because it is part of your calling. It is meant to be because you are meant to be. The divine is asking you to let the war with doubt be over now, to move forward into the sweetness of victory and faith. Faith is on your side. And the divine is telling you, you are moving into a time where your struggles are behind you. I want you to take a moment to thank your divine creator who loves you unconditionally, and ask your divine creator to bring you into that oneness with him or her, whoever you identify with as your divine creator. I call upon the wisdom of life and my own divine essence, and I give thanks for all that is. I give thanks for the light that will be born from the darkness, and I give thanks for the fullness of my being coming into expression now. I give thanks for the grace and mercy that guides my way, and I surrender into the love that is leading me into my divine destiny now. And so it is. Take a moment to close your eyes and to just be mindful of how powerful your divine creator is, how much energy, how much of that God or Christ-like energy is with you now. To be thankful for that and to say, I'm with you. Thank you so much for holding my hand through this. Focus on this now, on the loving, divine energy that is here for you in victory over something. It is amazing how that energy feels so deep within you, so beautiful, so strong, so definitive, and so final, this message. To feel into that beautiful energy of surmounting anything that has held you back. Imagine that. And so the divine is here to tell you, I'm here for you. I want you to succeed. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be mindful of not just the possibility, but the assuredness that you are fully capable of bringing yourself into this place of faith and victory. It is in the divine's, creator's, loving arms that you fall into that place, that you escalate into that place of victory, success. It is interesting how I'm actually being asked to read from Archangel Michael card deck right now. It is interesting how this energy comes in at the right time. And it feels blessed, doesn't it? It feels like divine timing is here. It feels like this is a very strong indication of you turning that corner. Much like, and I will just use this as an example. If you've ever seen The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy and her friends that she has sort of stumbled upon along the way, as they come into view of the Emerald City, the excitement fills the air and they are so, so happy. And in those moments, they are not thinking, this is so far away, it's so beautiful, but I don't know if I can get there. They're not thinking that. They're looking at the beauty of the city, knowing that's where they need to be, and so they keep moving forward. After having been through some perilous paths, they finally made it. And let me tell you something. This is what I feel so strong in my heart, that you've made it. You may not even, in this moment that you're listening, you may not have seen your destiny or wherever it is that you're headed. You may not have seen a strong indication yet that you are victorious. But let me tell you something, this message will confirm that you feel into this. Let's ask Archangel Michael what he wants to say to all of us about this message, please. Thank you. What else? Okay. This situation is already resolved. You're already there. In your soul, you've been there. Your victory is there. Your why did I hear glow up or grow up? Glow up? You're moving upwards, okay? In the energy of your divine faith and the energy of success, of victory. You have gone through whatever you needed to, and now you're here in this place, open and ready to receive this beautiful direction and guidance with open arms, to move you further into the depths of your soul and who you are, your originality. For some of you, it's a calling for a life purpose. To be a healer, to be someone who motivates others. But whatever that is, Archangel Michael wants you to know the path behind you that you've already traversed doesn't need to be examined. It doesn't need to be looked at. In fact, some of you are having trouble forgiving yourself for something. Or maybe someone has convinced you that you've done something wrong, but you haven't. You've been experiencing life. You've been experiencing whatever it is you needed to in order to get where you are now. It is not your fault, is what I heard. It's not your fault, whatever happened. You are here now and not to look back, not to do any self-blame, not to dwell in the past, right? Take your time. Archangel Michael is saying it has taken a long time for some of you, years, months, years, to finally come into a knowing of who you are as a greater self knowing, right? It has taken some time. Now the card does say take your time making this decision, but I feel like this card is really indicative of allowing yourself the space to receive direction, to make that forward movement. And it feels as if take your time making this decision is more about allowing the divine, allowing the universe to open up those doors for you without you interfering. Now you can, on your end, you can look into things that's interesting to you. If you're interested in something, by all means research it, but allow the universe to orchestrate that for you. And I feel that some of you who are very connected will access your voice. Because Archangel Michael says, admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Know your truth. Know what this is, and you will be blessed. You are supported. You are loved. You are protected on this journey. What else, Archangel Michael? Dancing your way through this journey is what I heard. As human beings, and the way most of us grew up, our parents or people around us or society unintentionally brought doubt, fear, chaos, insecurity into our lives, right? And so we grew up thinking that life has to be hard in order to be successful, or life has to be a certain way. There are certain rules, there are certain things that, you have to do. But Spirit is saying this has been an unlearning for you, an unlearning experience rather than a learning. Well, yes, we learn along the way, but unlearning what you've learned that was holding you back. When we were created as energies, beings of energy and light, we were not, our how we were created was not half-ass. We weren't created to be doubtful, fearful, always broke, unsuccessful. We weren't meant to be that way. Now, some people might say, no, you're wrong. Not everybody's meant to be wealthy. Otherwise, the world would be all the same. What I'm saying is, we all have our own paths However we are supposed to be, it is supposed to be in our highest energy, right? And so we can cultivate better lives for ourselves. We can bring our mind into a space of clarity where we can come up with ideas for making more money, for having successful business. I am a firm believer in we work hand in hand with our divine creator. Yes, there are some things that are fated for us, but we do work in tandem with the universe to come up with ideas when we feel guided towards something. We do our part. We investigate, we look into it, we work towards something. We are not expected to just sit and wait for something to fall into our lap, though on occasion things do. But as beings of energy and light, we are meant to explore, learn, grow, move. I've never been a believer in let's sit around and wait for God to just put this in my lap. Let God just drop millions of dollars into my lap out of nowhere. Can it happen? People win the lottery. People win big prizes. So what I'm saying is we have to do our part too, to work towards those things that we desire. And I feel like recognizing that you are a being that matters in this lifetime, in this world, in other worlds and other lifetimes, then we do our part to honor our contractual agreement, our soulful contractual agreements, right? That's just what I believe. If you believe something different, then you do. It's what's right for you. I never judge. And that's why God says, explore your options. Explore your options. What is it that you're interested in? Because when you acknowledge that there is some sort of change in your life, or change that you want, or change that you're going for, you're guarded and protected. Okay? All right. So Spirit is saying, this time of victory is right here upon you. It is amazing how powerful we are inside. And when I say that, I automatically thought about that power that's within inside us doesn't mean that we can go out and bully people, or we can go and, do something that is illegal and get away with it. It's not that kind of power. It's the empowerment of knowing that we are made in the image of a divine being, knowing that we are capable of manifestation, knowing we are capable of coming into and answering the call to be into some sort of service, life purpose. And so let's take a look at these Oracle of Visions cards by Ciro Marchetti. It could be Marchetti, I'm not sure how to say it. And see what the message is here for us. Thank you, guys. Beautiful, and these are beautiful cards. I've always loved these. I love the artwork in them. They're beautiful. Let's see here. I'm not as familiar with this deck, but I do feel the energy from it. Okay. Yes. So, I feel like, I'll show you the card. This energetic being here is, she has 2 books, right? If you look at the books, one of them is the blue one looks like the front page after you open a book, right? It's the first page. The green one is the very last page. And so it looks like this is starting something new, right? And I'm hearing seeing it through. And so I feel like this card represents a fresh start. One chapter ended and the other one begins. And so if you look at how she's sort of there with it's interesting that this the detail in this artwork on this card, because look at the curtains. The curtains are open. The light has come in. She's not hiding behind that any longer. There is a key, there is a mirror, and she's ready. She has a look of determination to start some new beginning. So it feels like what this message is about is not focusing on the past, but focusing on the present and the future, right? So it feels like this woman, the 2 symbols that she is balancing here, right? The mirror, on the one side is the past, and there's a door that's shut and locked. That's the past. The mirror is the future. And so she's determined to leave the past behind. She's ready to move forward with whatever this is that is approaching. I feel like the tree is the tree of life, abundance, knowledge, wisdom. If you look at the bumblebees there too, they are, I feel like there is abundant fruit here, or flowers ready to be harvested, right? Ready to be picked. There's plenty. And these bees here are ready to take the nectar, for the sweetness, the goodness from these flowers and from these, whatever this is here, the nectar, or whatever it is, the honey that they get. I think they pollinate, right? So they get pollen or something. But there is abundance here in this forward movement after you really put the past away. No longer looking back, no longer blaming yourself, no longer feeling fear. It's gone now. And so she stands ready. And she's saying to you, you need to be ready for this because it's coming. If it hasn't appeared already, a door is closing. And this new one is open. This new chapter book is open for you. Are you ready? What are you waiting for? Why are you procrastinating? Yes, the past is behind. The door is closed. There's nothing left for you there. But are you lingering outside that door, wondering if you can get back in? Why are you looking towards the door that's locked, and behind you is an open door that you could walk through, but you're not seeing it? Spirit is saying you're focusing on the closed door, but you're not looking at what's behind you, what's beginning, the new chapter. Look around you. Look inside of you. Talk to your divine creator. Know that you are ready for this forward movement. You're ready to leave it all behind. It's time. It's time to begin your new journey. And everything in this journey is better. More smiles, more laughter, more joy, more happiness, more wealth, more success. Maybe better connections with people, better relationships. And I'm not saying that everything is rosy, because you might have days that are challenging, but Spirit says the worst is behind you. You don't need to worry. Having been through what you've been through, you know how to deal with things now. You know, right? And so it's time to move forward. Is there anything else, guys? What else do we have here? What other messages do you have for us? Or was that enough? I feel like this journey has been long for some of you. This chapter, whatever chapter you've been in, it feels very long. It feels like there's a moment of clarity, or it's almost like being in the woods and finding a clearing. This is where we are. And I don't feel that this is going to be years to come. I feel like this is right here. Before the end of this year. That's what I feel. Very strong. September seems to be a month of movement. August is doing an about face and looking at what's there. September is landing on something. Landing in maybe a decision. Finding your feet. Moving your feet. Moving into the greater part of you. It could be a new job. Could be a new home. Could be coming into some money. Whatever this means to you, this is it's coming. I feel like you can feel the energy building up to something. I told my dear friend yesterday, I said, this is interesting. I've started a new job. Left a job I never thought I would leave, because it was painful for me for a long time. It took me almost a year to move past the feelings of, if I leave them behind, I'll be disrespecting someone, or I'll be, it was that loyalty thing, not putting me first. And then I realized, with the help of the universe, this is my opportunity to make something better of my life. But I was telling my friend, I said, but there's something more. Something else is changing, and I can't put my finger on it. I know something else is changing, and it's not small. And so for a lot of you, I feel like you may be feeling the same things, or maybe going through the same things. But listen, it's time. It's time to move forward into the best part of you. Okay? Is there anything else, guys? It's interesting because lately I have been hearing songs go round and round in my head, examining the words and realizing that they are so resonating with me and things that are going on right now. So it feels like there is a very real sense of alignment here for all of us in some way, guys. What else, guys? What else? Because I feel like there is something else. Yeah. So I feel like this card here, Number 27. 2 and 7 is 9. 7 is actually a very spiritual number. It feels like a alluring opportunity is coming to you. And it feels like, it feels like we're attracted to something, or something's heading in our direction that we can't resist, right? And so it feels like whatever this is, it could be a temptation to visit the old. It could be an invitation by someone who was toxic in your life before that may be trying to draw you back in. And Spirit says, you know better. You know better. And you know that whatever this is, it could be an old feeling. It could be an old, a trigger, something that triggers you. But Spirit says, you know now. You've got their number. Whether it's someone or if it's something that triggers you, you've moved past that. You've learned, you've grown. You've put on your big boy or big girl pants, right? You've graduated from where you were before and how you deal with things and people. And so Spirit says there is something or someone coming back to, and I'm hearing claim you, so if that applies somehow. However, you have grown exponentially, and so Spirit says there's no way that you're going to give in to that temptation yet again. I feel like for some of you it could be a habit or a pattern that you've done, like maybe financial, like maybe you've always put a band-aid on something temporarily to make yourself get out of worry. Like maybe you've always taken out personal loans, but you still owe that money. Maybe temporarily relieves things, but it feels like this could be a different pattern, like you breaking that cycle now. You're not tempted to go back to that anymore. Now you're tempted to make a permanent change. That's what this feels like. Let me just see. 46. Yeah. Yep. It feels like this card here, 6 and 4 is 10. It feels like completion. It feels like this woman, if you look at all the details in this card, I'm going to read you the caption in this, for this card. It says, to the question of your life, you are the answer. And to the problems of your life, you are the solution, right? And so this woman is sitting here and she's looking all around her at, you know, different things in her life. And she is in charge. And Spirit says, so are you. I'm going to close this out and wish you all a beautiful day and days ahead. Love and light to all of you. Namaste.